Hello everyone, we're here again with WISG World Issue Solving Group, and today we're going to start World War II. In the late 19th century and the early 20th century, all the industrial superpowers were competing to gain fortune and power, and in that time period, two of them were the Great Britain, which was shown here, and Germany, which was shown in these circles. Before that, everything went out well. Industries and technologies were blooming all around the world, except that, like most competition, when it's taken too harsh and serious, the competition turns to conflict, and in which in this case it did. It was June 28, 1914 when Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was assassinated when he was visiting Serbia, and in return, Austria has responded by a war in which it has pulled all of its allies, including Germany, France, Russia, and Britain, all into the war. This has affected the whole world. It was World War I, and from that time period, the whole world was full of gunshots, of bombs, of poison gases, and that body lies all over the ground with injuries and wounds, and its economy and infrastructure buildings break down. The world was devastated until it finally ended up on November 11, 1918, when Germany finally signed the armistice to surrender the war, and the Allies had met up to write a unified theory in which on this date they had written the Treaty of Versailles, in which in the purpose of maintaining world peace and avoiding or prevent World War II. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out that well. Instead of having the treaty avoiding World War II, the treaty itself has shaped an opposite effect in which it had led to World War II. And how did a treaty in which written to maintain peace resulted in this kind of things? Or was it the treaty itself that led to that? Looking at the treaty, it was only written by a few major countries, to be precise, Great Britain and France. Germany didn't get to do much. And also, Germany is not allowed to join the League of Nations, in which it has promised equality to all nations. Other than that, Germany is responsible for everything that has occurred in the war. Moreover, Germany's territories and colonies are either given away to other nations or the Allies, given independence, or left useless, and even its former lands such as the Saar Basin, Alsace-Lorraine, and the Rhine Valley was given to France and Britain, and it is not allowed to reunite with Austria. The Treaty of Versailles has also limited Germany's military force. Germany is not to exceed 100,000 in total. For land, there has to be no more than 4,000, no poison gas. For water, 6 battleships, 6 cruisers, 12 destroyers, 12 torpedoes, and no submarines are allowed. For Air Force, there should only be 100 seaplanes, but should not be used. With all of these, Germany still faces an economical problem. The treaty has taken away its important industries, farmlands, coal mines, and even important economical places. Some of it are the Saar Basin, Alsace-Lorraine, Rhine Valley, and wait for it, it has to pay a reparation of $55 billion and pay Belgium's debt, and it has only repaid everything 6 years ago. We can now see something wrong in this treaty. In fact, in this treaty itself, it has 440 articles talking about Germany, and we now know it's the cause of World War II, and to stop it, we have to fix the treaty.
Created using Powtoon.